So I just had to take someone I know to the hospital, and he ended up in the ICU because of something called beer potomania. Essentially, he's been drinking so long that his body became completely depleted of sodium, which is a really important thing in your body. And I witnessed for 2 straight nights his body completely shut down, like he couldn't walk, and it was absolutely terrible. And finally, he agreed to let me take him to the ER. But I've been thinking about society's relationship to alcohol. And you notice how our society, when we talk about alcohol and substances, that we often say drugs and alcohol, sort of implying that alcohol isn't a drug and it's in its own separate category. But drug by definition is anything that impairs or alters your conscious state, which obviously alcohol does. So not only is alcohol a drug, but alcohol is a low consciousness drug. Just think about some of the things about alcohol. I mean, people become dumber when they drink. If you observe drunk people when you're sober, it's pretty easy to notice this. People say things they wouldn't normally say when they're drunk. They do things they wouldn't normally do. There's a lot of fighting because of alcohol, physical and verbal. People have meaningless sex because of alcohol. And there is, of course, a large number of alcohol-related deaths due to drunk driving, due to alcohol poisoning. I mean, just think about this. If this was any other drug or substance, it would be outlawed. But for some reason, alcohol, our culture and society has a relationship with alcohol where we let it slide. Alcoholism destroys families. I mean, alcoholism is incredibly destructive. Anyone that grew up with an alcoholic parent or family member knows this way too well. Alcohol is poison to the mind, body, and soul. And yet it is so normalized in our culture